we learned how to make these 3 flowers. In this video, we are going to learn 3 more flowers to make. So let's get started. As you all know that to make flowers you will need quilling paper, glue, scissors and quilling tool. So now let's start quilling the flowers. To make the first flower, you have to take an yellow stripe and take your quilling tool and start rolling it. Remove it from your quilling tool. Now it is a tight coil. Let's leave it. Now let's stick it. Apply some glue at its end and stick it. Let it dry for few seconds. Our coil has dried. Now you have to press its end like this, and on the top also a little bit. Our petal is ready. So you have to make 9 more petals. It means totally you have to make 10 petals to do this flower. Then you have to stick all the petals together like this. I have stick the petals together and it looks like this. Let it dry for few minutes. The flower is drying right now. In the meanwhile, there's one more step to complete the flower. So let's do that step. You have to take a blue color stripe and start cutting it. Don't cut it so much, only this much, only halfway through. You have to repeat the same till the end. I have cut all of them halfway through. Now you have to start rolling them. If you have cut this side, you have to start rolling from this side. You have to be careful so that it doesn't break. I have rolled the entire stripe and I didn't still stick it. You have to just open the cut parts like this. After making this, take your flower. You have to stick it over here like this. Let's stick it. Let this also dry, and if you want, you can stick a bead on top of it. If you don't want, you can just leave it like this. Flower has dried. It is ready. Let's go to our second flower. To make the second flower, you will need a red stripe. Then you will need a comb. There will be even a quilling comb. If you don't have that, you can even use this comb. And there will be 2 types of combs, like the thinner one and the fat one. You have to use the fat one for this flower. First, take your stripe and the comb. You have to bend your stripe like this and put it over here for one. like this. Then apply some glue over here. And stick it. Now it is dried. You have to put it over here. Take your strip. We did put it over here, so you have to put this to the next one, means this one. Like this. Then again to the next one. Then after this, you have to put to the same one. Last time we put it to this one. So this time you have to put it to the next one. But on the top you have to put to the same one only. You have to repeat the same process till the strip completes. Now it is almost done. So you have to turn the comb and apply some glue over here and stick it. Let it dry. Now it has dried. Let's remove it from the comb. After removing it from the comb, it looks like this. Just you have to press it over here. It should be in this shape. Then you have to turn it over and press it like this. After pressing it, give it a shape to the petal like this. After shaping the petal, it looks like this. Our petal is ready. Totally, you have to make 6 petals for this flower. After sticking it, it looks like this. Let it dry for a few minutes. The flower has dried completely. Next, you have to put a bead on it. It is optional. If you want, you can put the bead or else you can leave it. If you put the bead only, it will look good. Now let it dry. Our second flower is also ready. The third flower, you will need 2 blue strips and 2 yellow strips. First, you have to stick the yellow color strip and the blue color strip like this. After sticking these both strips, it looks like this. Now let's go to our next step. Then take your quilling tool and start rolling it. You have to start from the blue, not from the yellow. Now remove it from the quilling tool. After removing it, looks like this. Now you have to leave it. After leaving it, it will become into a loose coil. Now you have to stick its end. Let it dry. You have to repeat the same for the next strip also. After doing it, it looks like this. Take one of it and you have to press its end slightly and give a curve like this. You have to do the same for this one also. After doing it, it looks like this. Then you have to take a pink color stripe and start rolling it. Now you have to leave it to make a loose coil. After making it into a loose coil, you have to stick it. Now this is dried. You have to make this into an S shape like this. You have to stick all of them together like this. This is dried now. You have to apply some glue over here. Then take your golden yellow stripe and wrap it around it. You have to at least do 2 to 3 rounds. Then you can cut it and stick it. Now our petal is ready. Totally you have to make 6 petals like this. In that you have to make 3 dark color petals and 3 light color petals. Then you have to stick all the petals like this. In the meanwhile, we have one last step to do. Let's do it. You have to take these 3 colors, blue, pink and yellow. Then you have to attach blue and pink like this and pink and yellow. Now I have sticked all of them. You have to go to the starting point. Take your quilling tool and start rolling them. You have to roll till the end. You should not make very loose, you have to make only a bit. Now you have to stick it. Our flower is also dried. Then you have to stick this like this. In this video, we learned how to make these 3 beautiful flowers. Hope you all loved it.